Welcome back to Nintendo Academy. I am Mike Perez, and this is my review for Nintendo Online Expansion Pack. And there is a question that I hope I can help you answer with this review, and it's, is it worth it? Down. If we are just meeting, I am Mike Perez, and here at Nintendo Academy, we cover everything Nintendo, from reviews, games, unboxings, and a lot more. So consider subscribing if you love Nintendo, and by joining our notification squad, you are entered in our Nintendo Switch OLED giveaway at our 10,000 subscriber milestone. Alright guys, as promised, here is my review for the Nintendo Switch Online Expansion Pack, where you get access to Nintendo 64 games and Sega Genesis games, along with some expansion packs to Animal Crossing so far, but that's not available yet, and we can talk about that later on. So like everybody yesterday, at the launch of Nintendo 64 and Sega Genesis games coming to the online system for Nintendo, the anticipation was there. I was very excited inside about, you know, having the possibility of playing some games online and having a different experience when it comes to my game selections. For the past couple of years, we've had the NES and SNES games, and I have played them all, and it's great, but I was looking forward to something different, something more. So it happened. The Nintendo 64 app and the Sega Genesis app were both listed on the Nintendo eShop, and while I was looking at them, I was just, man, $49. And I have to look at it this way. I was paying $20, $29, $49, about $30 difference. So I'm like, is it worth it? So I went for it, knowing that I had to do this review for you guys. The apps are free. When you download them, you can download them free on your system. But when you open them, it'll prompt you to basically expand your pack or buy the expansion pack. And I did that. I went ahead and I purchased it. And as I was waiting for them to download, I felt excitement. I had access to Nintendo 64 games. And believe it or not, I wasn't really focused on the Sega Genesis games. And then it finished. The download completed. And I opened Nintendo 64, and right away I felt that feeling that maybe it wasn't worth the $49 upgrade. Was I, spending too much on this pack here? And then something happened, and then I clicked on Super Mario 64, and Mario popped up, and then I started playing, and I found myself lost in the game, Mario 64. But then I turned off the game, and then I opened Mario Kart, and then I raced Mario Kart. I picked Yoshi as always, and I found myself lost again in the game. And I mean, when I mean lost, I mean like I was invested in the game. And then I opened Firefox, and I found myself shooting back and forth. I was never too good at Firefox. I'm still not. And Yoshi's Story, and for a moment there, I felt excitement, because I know that right now, although I don't have that many games in my library, I know that there is room to grow. There is a possibility of growth. So then I went over to Sega Genesis. Then I opened Sonic the Hedgehog 2 and started playing that game. And as I was playing that game, my mind went back to when I was a kid, playing Sonic the Hedgehog 2 for the very first time. And I have to tell you, I was lost, and I was in a trip, taking a trip back to my childhood, reliving those moments where I played Sega Genesis with my friends. The game Street of Rage 2, that regular game where you just walk on the street and you beat up people back and forth. I've never had so much fun with a Castlevania game. Golden Axe, I went through all the games. And even Contra Hard Corps was a game that, wow, why didn't I play this before? And then Dr. Robotnik's Mean Bean Machine, which is basically like a Dr. Mario's slash Tetris game, and I found myself enjoying myself playing these games. And then I said, you know what, maybe all this is worth it because this is only the beginning. See, it made it all worth it because it was only the beginning. At the moment, we only have a couple of games for the N64, and we have more games for the Sega Genesis. But then I found myself having fun and then looking forward to playing the next game. And what game did I miss in my childhood that I oversaw because I was too busy playing Mario, or I was too busy playing Sonic, or I was too busy playing any other game that was more popular? This is a chance for me to revisit those times and play new games that I didn't have the chance to play before. And I know we live in the world where Netflix or Hulu or any streaming service have been able to bundle so many things into one place and then offer them for a very, very low price. But when it comes to taking you back to a moment where excitement for a game was something that really made you happy, made you smile, it was part of you, then in a way there is no way of putting a price on that. Now if you were to buy Super Mario 64, just a cartridge by itself, or Mario Kart 64, or even games like Ocarina of Time, Pokemon Stadium, Donkey Kong 64, Diddy Kong, Star Fox, Banjo-Kazooie, if you were to buy these games separately, you would actually spend a fortune on all of them. And for the fact that you are only spending $30 a month to get access to all these and the possibility of more games coming to the system, it is truly something to look forward to. I mean, there are games like Wave Racer 64, Star Wars Shadow of the Empire, Cruising USA, F1 World Grand Prix, Mario Golf. There's so many games to look forward to that have the potential of coming to this online system. And not to mention all the other Sega Genesis games that were part of our childhood that could also make it to the online system. So if you ask me, is $49 worth the investment into the possibility of continuing to revisit my childhood? And not only that, but going back and visiting other games that I might not have a chance to play because I was busy playing other ones, more popular games, then yes, it's worth it. It's so worth it because the joy that I felt playing some of these games, I have not felt that joy for gaming in a long time since I was a kid. You know, when you're a kid, you're excited about games and you're excited about toys, and you're excited. Things make you excited a lot faster and a lot easier than when you're an adult. Because when you're an adult, when you're a teenager, or you know, you're in your 20s, you've seen things already. You've been through things already. You've experienced things already. So when they repeat themselves, it's not as exciting as it used to be. But when you go back in time and you remember those good times as a child, as a teenager, whether you played SNES games, Sega Genesis games, Nintendo 64 games, if you were around during the Sega Genesis era and the Nintendo 64 era, then I feel this is for you. $49 is nothing compared to what's coming. Nintendo will continue to add more games, and I find myself looking forward to the possibility of exploring new games and of learning of games that I didn't get a chance to play when I was younger. So because of this, I feel it is worth it. And the possibility of continuing this exploration of games that I missed makes it so much more. And that is my review for Nintendo Online. I am Mike Perez with Nintendo Academy.
Yeah,